If you are craving some new clothes for spring and summer, my next guest says there is no need to spend a lot of money, and we love her for that. In today's Style File, we're showing a few of the standout ways to add some sparkle to clothing items, pieces that you already have. Studio 5 style and fashion contributor Casey Matheny is here to share 5 finishing touches she says will make any outfit, spring or otherwise, look and feel more put together. It's great to see you.
You too.
You say how we finish an outfit actually has more of an impact than any trend or new wardrobe item we can buy.
Yeah, I think anyone can buy a new top or new pants, but it's how you complete it that really makes people think, oh, they look really put together.
Thoughtful, polished.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And this spring season is so short.
I know.
Yeah, get a top if you want to,
Yeah.
but these are the finishing sparkles that will really make that difference we described.
Yes.
Okay, you've got 5 examples today.
Okay.
First, you are reaching for floral accents.
Floral. So florals is just a great springy piece, right? So we have a floral dress here. It is wonderful on its own. I've got a whole little thing of props
She's
back
got
here.
a
I feel like
prop table.
So florals are great. I love mixing florals, and mixing florals does not always mean prints,
Yeah.
but it can mean textures.
Are those
So here,
Target?
These are Target.
Those are fantastic.
Aren't those cute? So even just mixing those florals is such a way to be like, oh, that's a little different than just some nude sandals and a floral dress, right? So that's one way.
Well, and repeating motifs in general, right? I was often taught, like, if you have a pattern on your
Yes.
blouse, like a floral, then you play up a floral earring, or in this case, a floral shoe.
Yes, and it just works so well. Right now, we are seeing a lot of florals, but within trends, we are seeing a lot of abstract florals and even like bolder, bigger prints, which is
lovely.
just kind of fun to play with.
Lovely. Okay, next you are recommending scarves. They're back.
I love a
Did
good...
they ever go out of style? I don't think so.
I think they're so classic,
Yeah.
but we're just seeing even more of a presence of them. So there are so many ways, if you're like, I am not a neck tying scarf kind of gal, which I love and I want to teach you a way how to do it, then adding them to your bags is another really great way just to add a little bit of flair to your outfit.
I will say, and she loves when I talk about her, but my Aunt Les is one of my style icons, and she wears scarves all the time. And it is that finishing piece that is
Yes.
so thoughtful and so polished. And you look at her and just think, she's lovely. Like, that's a detail you notice.
Absolutely. So depending on the length of scarf, there's a number of things you can do. This is kind of my go-to, is to take a long one, fold it in half, wrap it around, and then you're gonna take one of these little tails, bring it through, and then just tie a knot right there.
Now, what
So
does
it's-
that do?
It just is a little, what do you mean?
Well, does it give more bulk to the scarf, or why do you like just tying it like this?
I like this just because I feel like it just shows it off well. It's a good length for it, and it's just like a little Parisian touch, if you will.
I love that we've been doing this long enough, you can just say, what do you mean?
What do you
Please clarify
I
that
love you so much.
Really awkward question.
And another way to do it is, even if it's longer, and I'm not gonna retie this, but to treat it like an actual necklace.
Okay.
And just to wear it like that.
Yeah, so short or long, just,
Yep.
and is that a way in, is to think of it like a necklace? Some women might, if they haven't worn a scarf before, you might think it feels a little fussy or even formal, but just think of it like a necklace.
It's a really good way, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, the florals, the scarves. You say statement sunglasses can be that
Okay.
finishing piece.
We are seeing so many fun sunglasses these days, and they are retro, they are bold, they are oversized, they are bright, like they are just really...
They're colorful.
They are fun, and like these bubbly, it almost looks like balloons,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So all of those would just add a little something to a, you know...
Basic denim and tee.
Basic denim and tee. Like what cute, just cute colors.
Love
huh?
it. So get yourself a disposable pair, as we like to say.
Yes, like Amazon, I love. Some of these are from Target. The brands Diff and Quay are also really good ones that are just like a really good, more affordable, under $100, but they're gonna last seasons and seasons.
We're actually going to talk about this later, but my best spring buy, and I make it every year, I think I've talked about this purchase before, are the BP sunglasses from Nordstrom.
So good.
$10 to $20.
Yep.
They hit all the style marks, but they're really affordable.
They are so good.
Okay, jewelry. You say one way to elevate your look is to layer your jewels.
Yes, so I feel like jewelry should just be playful, right? Mix in the colors and the pearls and all of it together.
I'm bad at this.
Okay, well, let me just show you. So with necklaces, I love to go in groups of 3. I think it's just really pleasing to the eye.
Okay.
I like this separation, almost like 1 inch to 1.5 inches in between the necklaces. And they all kind of tie each other in. So we've got the pearls tying each other in, and it works. without looking like it's one set.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Bracelet, same thing. Kind of choose colors that will go together, but they don't necessarily have to be from the same set. You can mix metals, colors, how big or bulky they are, but have fun with jewelry.
If you're styling a client, Casey, when do you decide to go for like a layered effect with jewelry, and when do you decide to go for like a simple statement, like one bracelet or one necklace? What is the deciding factor in that?
That's a great question. So a lot of times it comes to neckline. So if you want to do a big stacked one, I would never do that with this neck because there's just too much ruching and pattern. Instead, I would do it when you have either just like a T or a more exposed neckline.
So consider the space, the available space.
Yep.
Okay, pastels, you say, are a beautiful hue to embrace this season. How come?
Yeah, they're just such a spring staple always. This season we're seeing a lot of yellows and blues and greens.
It's the butter yellow, right? That everyone's talking about.
It is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Another thing we're seeing are woven bags, unrelated, but adding one pastel onto another is just a really pretty way to embrace the pastels.
It's fresh.
It is so fresh, and it takes the two, white and blue, it just takes it up a notch.
Is there any complexion that you say steer away from pastels?
Honestly, no. Mixing, I would either mix pastels together or mix one color. Like if you're gonna choose a blue pastel, then make sure that you're doing all blues if you want to do like a monochromatic look.
Okay. All right, I've learned a lot.
Kind of fun.
Small ways to elevate your spring outfits and beyond. Where can we get more advice from you, sister?
My Instagram, Casey Matheny Style, has everything.
You should be following. If you aren't already, you'll find a link waiting for you on the Studio 5 website. And cheers to spring.